Okay, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. What other type of curtains would he be?
That's
Any
it for
other
me.
type.
Sorry.
Well, die. No clue how much health he has. Oh, there we go. A little bit more.
Yeah.
Die. Killing
He's
blow.
done. Team effort, everyone. See you in the sequel.
And as the final blow was struck, the King of Shadows, the ancient guardian of Ilfarn, at last was laid to rest. But in his death throes, the power of Ilfarn was released, sending echoing blasts through the Fortress of Shadows. The walls were torn asunder, the stones crashing down upon the valiant heroes and their knight captain. They fled through the twisting corridors of darkness, but to no avail. The stones themselves crashed down around them, sealing them within the fortress. Leagues away, far from the Vale of Myrtleane, the soldiers of Crossroad Keep, still fresh from their battle against the King of Shadows, watched the shadows over the mere drain away into the skies. The victory was theirs, but as for their knight captain, there was no trace, except for the cloak that marked the captain as a knight of Neverwinter. Of the knight captain and the fortress of the enemy, there was nothing else left to mark their passing. And to this day, where they have gone is unknown. In the year following the war against the King of Shadows, Neverwinter quickly recovered, its city watch, Grey Cloaks, and even the many-starred cloaks gaining numerous new recruits. Emboldened by the actions of the Shardbearer, the ranks of the soldiers of Neverwinter swelled, becoming one of the strongest military units in the Sword Coast. This ended up being a boon for the City Watch Captain Brelena, who used her ties to the Shardbearer and Lord of Crossroad Keep to petition for a seat on the Council of Neverwinter. From there, she passed many successful political resolutions that improved diplomatic ties with Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance. Luskan viewed the events to the south in Neverwinter with some disappointment, hoping that the war against the King of Shadows would weaken their southern neighbor long enough to force their intervention and control of Neverwinter and Crossroad Keep. When Neverwinter triumphed, their only victory was the return of their ambassador, Torio Claven, who after several years of service, revealed that she was an agent of Neverwinter, and her role had allowed her to arrest over a score of Luskan spies who had infiltrated her new home city. Bevel, crushed by the events at West Harbor and the Second War of Shadow, soon deserted the forces of Neverwinter when they were sent on a resupply mission to Old Owl Well. He is said to have made a solitary home there, still tortured by the memories of what happened to him during the war. Shortly after the war, Dagon vanished. There were rumors of an elven ranger sighted throughout the lands of Faerun, still searching for the Shardbearer he had lost in battle against the King of Shadows. After the war, a few scattered survivors of West Harbor returned to their home, and with the persistence common to harbormen, slowly rebuilt their destroyed village. They still make their living at the edge of the mere, a testament to their strength and character. The farm of Chandra Jarrow was left abandoned for some time, yet it never fell into disrepair. During the harvest season, the people of Highcliff came to pay their respects to Chandra Jarrow, who was rumored to have fallen in battle against the King of Shadows. Crossroad Keep achieved a new prominence in the coming years after the Second War of Shadow. Bolstered by the example of the Shardbearer, the Lieutenant Kana took over the operations of the keep, and with Vidal in tow, helped restore peace to the region and turn it into a major trade route. Of the Gith Yankee and their Lich Queen, no more was heard. Driven from the Sword Coast by the Shardbearer, it seemed as if the hunters had retreated to their citadels on the astral plane. Even the wisest sages of Faerûn know that whoever holds such a blade shall have a long journey ahead of them, both in the realms and beyond. But that is a tale for another time.
You know who that announcer reminded me of?
Well,
That announcer from the Twilight Zone.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, he had that same sort of voice.
He sounded extremely generic to me.
Hmm.
Sounded like a guy who's like one of the engineering people. It's like, hey, you go do some voiceover, and it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. You'd think that like they could have had somebody like our foster father or Kana or anybody. Kana would have been great, for
Yeah, Kana would have been
doing
great.
the
That would
ending.
actually make sense for her to say something about that, because she would probably know.
Yeah, to sum things up and whatnot.
Yeah, especially considering the role she took.
Yeah, or Eleni. Eleni's
Eh.
been there since the beginning. Amanjaro would have been good.
Amanjaro would be the kind of person to do that well. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway.
But no, instead we got random generic guy.
And that makes sense about Torio, come to think of it. I think us showing her mercy, it must have had an impact.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
And that thing about Chandra's farm, it does fall into disrepair and go abandoned and everything if you didn't have the high enough influence with her.
Huh. Okay.
So, yeah, that's the better ending part for that. And of course, the better part of ending that we got for having the influence with Nishka is that she remained a true friend.
Yeah, indeed. That's cool.
Yeah. In fact, she's one of the few people who can be mentioned even in the expansion.
Huh. Okay. I really don't know how they're, I know the expansions take place after
Yeah.
the original campaign, but I really don't know anything other than that.
Yeah.
But hey, I guess two different send-offs or something, considering we're both in the main menu again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a cool game. Lengthy one, like what, 45 hours?
Yeah.
It must be 45 hours now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely, actually. Yeah, lengthy one, but good. I enjoyed it very much.
Oh, very much so. I'm surprised that more people don't. Yeah, I mean, this game feels like a classic to me.
Not quite to that level. Not to me, at least.
I don't know.
It
that
is good.
Yeah.
It is good. It is enjoyable, but there are parts which are just dragging on.
They
to me,
don't
at
make them like that anymore with the character creation and customization and all that.
Oh, there's definitely still D&D games like that.
I don't
there's
know. Some D&D games give you pre-made characters. Ugh.
Yeah,
Nothing less D&D than that.
That is true. That is true.
So they said that we wouldn't do it. They said we couldn't pull it off. They said we wouldn't finish. They said it was the cursed Let's Play.
Wait, who said that?
They.
You.
No, people
You at the
in
very beginning were just
people-
like, we're never going to finish this. It's going to take 1,000,000 years.
People in comments, and apparently it is a Let's Play that is infamous for being started but never finished.
It's fine. Sure, it is really long. It is probably like among the top, or lengthwise, it's probably up there.
Which
It's
means
not
it was
number one, it's maybe
which
number
means it's
two.
good value.
If you
'cause-
bought this, yeah.
Because
And
there's
I don't. Obviously, we bought it, but
yeah. there's a lot of replay value in it, and it's really long to boot. So it's like, yeah, buy this game.
Replay value though? Really? You really want to go through all 45 hours again on a different character?
I did?
Jeez. Yeah, but you're insane. I mean, you played Borderlands for what, 8 times?
11.
Completion?
11.
See, anything he says doesn't matter because he's done that. It proves his insanity.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, I hope you enjoyed that, guys, and we'll be right back with the expansion.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. That's my point on that. I'm not gonna elaborate on that.
Eterna has said he's really eager for it. I haven't given like a definite answer on it yet, but you know, he'll probably talk me into it.
Yeah, of course. Maybe after, I don't know, like a year, maybe 2, then it's like, yeah, maybe more Neverwinter Nights 2, but there's a million other games I want to do as well. But yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I'll see you guys next time.
Until next time, may the forces of nature, as always, be with you.
Alright, see you dudes.